We'll be howling at the moon for day 19 with the review of Howl from 2015. It's directed by Paul Hyatt, who did the excellent The Seasoning House from 2012, so it got my hopes up instantly. I hoped that it would be in the vein of the excellent werewolf flick Dog Soldiers from 2002, and I must admit that I was pleasantly surprised. Everything starts with a passenger train stranding in the middle of a backwoods railroad. The group of passengers are then stalked by a pack of werewolves and have to survive the night till dawn. It's a pretty basic premise, but sometimes it's just enough to get the juices flowing. What the movie does right from the start is to keep the monsters in the shadows and only glimpse them to invoke terror and suspense. The passengers, of course, are made up by some very familiar horror cliches, like the guy who has to redeem himself throughout the movie is going from a weak to a much stronger character, the egotistical asshole, the teenage stupid kid, the older couple, and the love interest. No matter how often you see these tropes, it doesn't get in the way of a stalk and attack monster film with a great build-up and a foggy location that oozes atmosphere. It adds to the ever-growing list of passionate, well-done horror films in an isolated environment. It's a true survival horror, and the attacks are swift, brutal and effective because they leave enough things to the imagination. The creature and gore effects are done practical, with some moments of CGI here and there. The only moment that they used apparent CGI was the first introduction of the look of the werewolves, and that was kind of a bit of a letdown at first. But when they went back to subtlety by putting the wolves back in the shadows, the movie got back on track. Their eyes piercing through the darkness, a claw here and there, it all works to make these creatures menacing and ferocious. So in conclusion, it's a nice little werewolf film with a short running time that doesn't reinvent the wheel, but keeps you on edge and entertained throughout. It's definitely something I can easily recommend to horror fans who need their creature feature werewolf fix. See you next time.